e2 e4, e7 e5, knight g1 f3, knight b8 c6, bishop f1 b5, a7 a6, bishop b5 a4, bishop f8 c5, castling king side, knight g8 e7, knight f3 takes on e5, knight c6 captures e5, d2 d4, b7 b5, bishop a4 b3, bishop c5 captures d4, queen d1 captures d4, d7 d6, c2 c3, castling king side, bishop c1 f4, c7 c5, queen d4 d1, bishop c8 b7, rook f1 e1, queen d8 c7, bishop b3 c2, rook a8 d8, knight b1 d2, queen c7 c8, queen d1 h5, rook f8 e8, rook a1 d1, knight e7 g6, bishop f4 g3, c5 c4. The stage is set for a strategic battle. White has the bishop pair and can target black's backward pawn on d6. Black has a solid position, though. Knight d2 f1, knight e5 d3, bishop c2 takes on d3, c4 captures d3, rook d1 captures d3, rook e8 captures e4, rook e1 captures e4, bishop b7 captures e4, rook d3 d4, bishop e4 b7, queen h5 d1. White has given up the bishop pair, but can now put pressure on his opponent's d-pawn. A perfect situation for a strong technical player like Carlsen. h7 h6. Engines evaluate this pawn push as a mistake, though it is understandable for Nakamura to reject going for more passive alternatives. Rook d4 takes on d6. Rook d8 captures d6. Queen d1 takes on d6. King g8 h7. Knight f1 e3. Carlsen is now playing for two results with his extra pawn. He has to convert his advantage against one of the best defensive players in the world, however. At this point, Carlsen had 4 minutes to Nakamura's 2. More than enough for the rapid play specialists. Queen c8 e8. Queen d6 d4. Queen e8 c6. f2 f3. Queen c6 e6. b2 b3. Knight g6 e7. Queen d4 d3. Queen e6 g6. Queen d3 captures g6. King h7 takes on g6. Queens have been traded. King G1 F2. Knight E7 D5. Knight E3 D1. F7 F6. King F2 E2. King G6 F7. King E2 D3. King F7 E6. King D3 D4. Knight D5 E7. King D4 C5. King E6 D7. Knight D1 E3. H6 H5. C3 C4. B5 captures C4. B3 captures C4. G7 G5. King C5 B6. The white king has decisively infiltrated along the dark squares. Black is doomed. Bishop B7 C6. Bishop G3 E1. H5 H4. H2 H3. Knight E7 G6. Bishop E1 C3. F6 F5. Knight E3 captures F5. Knight G6 F4. Knight F5 E3. Bishop C6 A4. Bishop C3 F6. Knight F4 E6. King B6 captures A6. King D7 D6. King A6 B6. Nakamura resigned. A remarkable technical showing by Carlsen.
Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe.